Hello everyone, this is Dr. Amanda Stevens. I'm coming to you from my home today and I'm about to go out for a run. So I wanted to show you a foam rolling or a self-myofascial release routine that I like to do for my hips to get ready for a run. Today I'm going to use my rock and roller because it's the one that I have at home right now. We also have a softer, shorter one that works really well. And I definitely recommend starting with the softer foam one if you're just beginning in your rolling routine. And if you're more, if you want to be more aggressive, then you can also use a myofascial ball of some kind. That'll be a little bit more intense if you have some areas you're having a tricky time getting into. As a general, we'll get started and then I'll tell you that. So what I call this is the hip scour, and our hip scour is basically we're going to start from the front, work all the way to the back. So if you lay your foam roll in front of you and you find those knobby bones in the front, your ASIS, we're going to start right on the ASIS, and then we're going to go up just, kind of about 5 centimeters, and from that point you're going to be right on your hip flexor. In general, with your foam roll, you can kind of scan an area, see if you find some sweet spots, and then hang out on those sweet spots. Now, from your hip flexor, if you've got quads that you want to work on, you can work your way up to go up and down and around those quads. But what we're going to focus on today is on those hips. So we're going to go from our hip flexor, where you can spend a few seconds, a few minutes there, and then we're going to lean 45 degrees. So now you're going to be right on your TFL. The TFL is a small muscle that helps control the tension along the IT band and is often a really good sweet spot. So you can check out your TFL, spend a few minutes there, and then as we go on to 90 degrees, now you're going to be right on your glute med. So you can hang out with your glute med, going all the way from the bone of your hip all the way up to the bone at the crest of your pelvis. Going up and down there. And then from there, we're going to continue going around into the glutes. Now here, I like to do the figure 4 position, because that's going to help us get into our piriformis a little bit more, but we're going to explore all the way up to the top of that bony crest, which is your glute min. And that glute min, you can kind of go back and forth and up and down, scan along from the sacrum to the side of your hip. And then if we go up just a little bit from the glute min, now we'll be more on piriformis. And he's also often a nice one to find some sweet spots. As a general rule, you do your scan and then you find your sweet spots and then you hang out there. The amount of pressure depends on your tolerance and your preferences. Generally, you want to not go past the amount of pressure that you're able to breathe through. And you can hang out there as long as you need. And that took us all the way from the front of our hip all the way around to the back into our glutes. From here, if you chose, you could get into your hamstrings, going down the leg. And we could also get into our adductors, the muscles on the inside of the leg, by laying beside the foam roll and rolling out to the side, all the way up to the pubic symphysis and down to your knee. And finding those sweet spots and hanging out there for a bit. I hope you find this routine helpful. I'm going to go for my run.